Hey BookTube, it's Charlie from Reader Turned Writer, and today I am doing the Unpopular Opinions book tag. I am so late to this game, but I'm finally doing this tag. As soon as I saw it when I first started watching BookTube before I even had a channel, I knew it would be super fun to do, but I just haven't done it yet, so I thought I would jump in and do it. Question 1 is a popular book series that you didn't like. For this one, I am going to pick The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. I actually really liked the first book, and everybody seemed to really like the series and everything, but I just didn't like the rest of the series. I wish there had just been one book and that it had ended with that. The second book just felt like a repeat of the first book, like it was the same book just rewritten, and it just wasn't as good because of that. And then the third book was just depressing. I hated what Suzanne Collins did with all of the characters all throughout the book, and everything was annoying to me, and then at the ending, Katniss ended up with who I wanted her to, and everything was all wrapped up nicely, but I still felt depressed, and I felt like I should have been happy at the end of the book. And I know it's probably realistic to how, if this had actually happened in real life, how the characters would feel, but it still bothered me. I just didn't like it that much. Question 2, a popular book series that everyone else hates but that you enjoyed. For this one I picked the Selection series, and I know that there are a lot of mixed reviews, so I'm not the only one who actually likes this book, but there was a lot of hate going on about this series, and I know that it's not the perfect series, but it is a really fun, fluff, light-hearted read, and I just whipped through it. I would love to reread it, and I thought that Kiera Cass did a really good job with it for what it was, and so I really liked it. Question 3, a love triangle where the main character ended up with the person that you did not want them to, and I'm going to say Oathbringer. There's kind of a love triangle going on, but once Shallan meets Kaladin and Adolin, and I was really rooting for one person, and then by the end of Oathbringer, it's pretty much settled who she's with, and it wasn't who I was hoping for. But I'm not mad about it. It just wasn't who I was hoping for. Question 4, a popular book genre that you rarely reach for. I'm going to say horror. I pretty much never reach for horror. It's very hard for me to read that kind of stuff. I feel like I'm too sensitive for it, and I know that it's really popular though, and a lot of people really like it. Question 5, a popular or beloved character that you do not love. I honestly cannot think of a character. I think I tend to like characters a lot and really like them, and so when there's a character that most people like, I usually like them as well. I wish I could think of one, but I just can't think of a single one that I don't love that everyone else loves. Maybe Sirius Black. Sirius Black was not my favorite character in Harry Potter. I don't know how beloved he is to BookTube community or just the population in general, but that might be one. I don't know. Question 6, a popular author that you just can't seem to get into. For this one I picked Laini Taylor. I read Strange the Dreamer, and I honestly didn't like it that much. I don't know that I'm going to read the sequel. And then I couldn't get into her Smoke and Bones series. I tried it, I might try and pick it up again, but I just couldn't get into her writing for some reason. Question 7, a popular book trope that you are tired of seeing. And I'm going to pick this one because it's one that I read in a book recently. So in romance books and in romance movies, I hate like the trope of the girl being all like high maintenance and a jerk and just barging in, and then like just being a jerk to the guy, and then being in nature or on the farm or whatever it is, and then she like changes and becomes a better person and isn't quite as high maintenance, and that trope for some reason bothers me. I think it's because it annoys me when she's a jerk and is high maintenance. Number 8, a popular series that you have no interest in reading. So I'm just gonna say the rest of the Mortal Instruments series. I read the first 3 books and it kind of wraps up there, but then there's actually more books after that, and I didn't like the Mortal Instruments series enough to read the last books in that series. I don't know, let me know in the comments below if you didn't really like the first 3 books, if the last books are worth reading. Question 9, what TV or movie adaptation do you prefer more than the books? And I'm going to say I don't prefer this more than the books, but I really enjoy the Lord of the Rings movies, and there are parts of the movies that I like more than the books. I really like both the books and the movies, but I think the movie lives up to the books, which most of the time doesn't happen. I'd say that was also true with The Help. There were some things about The Help that I didn't like as much, but there were a lot of things that I really liked about the movie The Help more than the book. But the book, of course, just has so much more, so you can't say the movie's better than the book, the movie really lived up to the book for me, personally. So that's it. I'm not going to tag anyone because this tag is forever old, but if you want to do this tag and you haven't yet, consider yourself tagged. I would love to see your video if you've done one. Leave it in the comments below. Thanks for watching my video, and I will see you in the next one.